Okay, here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday. So that means more games. And we are back to some Elder Scrolls Call to Arms because it's still just kind of what I'm feeling like. Granted, I am having a little bit of an itch to maybe do some Star Wars Shatterpoint, I think. But we'll get back to that at some point. Part of that, just side note, I think part of why I'm enjoying this so much is with basically just chapter 1. So this isn't even touching on the rest of the chapters or the rest of the models and stuff. Just the chapter 1 stuff, the amount of delve diversity. So for chapter 1, you've got the quest book, which has, let's see, how many? 6? I think it's 6. Yeah, 6 delves, and it's got 6 battle modes, which technically you could just play the battle modes with adversaries the same way that you could play the campaign book that way. So just this book that comes with the starter set, which I would imagine they're still giving the same book with the new starter set, you have potentially 12 different missions just in the starting book. And then you've also got, which we didn't do this on stream, but I did this when I played. They've got like the Escape from Helgen that like runs you through the very basics of how to play this if you've never really messed with it. And then you've got the chapter 1 quest book, which is the Stormcloak Rebellion, and this has got a ridiculous amount of battles and delves and stuff in it as well. So the mission diversity is wide, and the enemy type. So I could play in chapter 1. You basically have what? 4 factions. You've got Stormcloaks, Imperials, Adventurers, and the Draugr, which come chapter 4 card pack, you could play those as a playable faction. But so I could play one of 3 factions, and then I could play against, you know, one of the other 3. So Draugr, Imperial, Adventure, whatever. I could play against any of those. There's rules for all of them. So even within the same mission type, I could play against different stuff, which is going to change a lot. And then the environment, so wilderness, dungeon, settlement, changes the quest cards, and every mission is different in some way. The terrain plays a big part of that. This is just far more replayable than playing against myself, in a sense, with something that's not designed for it. This is really getting back into this as much as I have, has really made me want to check out Wasteland Warfare. That starter set's not very expensive, but I think it's a little more complicated than Call to Arms, and Call to Arms already has a lot going on, so that'll probably be the next journey we go down on this channel as far as game goes, just because it looks really interesting. So if you were curious on my thoughts, which you probably were not, that would be why. So today, well, okay, fine. Shameless plug before we get into this. If y'all enjoy what I do here, I would greatly appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Share it with your friends and stuff. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. And we are close to monetization, which would be sweet to try to maybe make some of, well, let's be honest. Unless this goes really, really somewhere, the odds of me making back what I put into it are slim to none. But hey, we can dream. So yeah, if y'all wouldn't mind, I know I don't say it a ton because it just feels dirty and gross. If you aren't already, please subscribe and like and all that good stuff. So what we are doing today is the last of the PDF scenarios from, let me put that back where it belongs. This is going to be the last of the PDFs from online. These are community made kind of things. So if you want this, you could just literally go to the website and download it. I have set this up, but I have flipped it so that my spawn edge is closer to me, just because that's going to make more sense. And then I tried to make some sense of it. So obviously the 4-inch fire pit, this circle is damn near a 4-inch circle. Obviously there is lava in the middle of that, but we're just going to play it as the whole perimeter for the sake of some sort of consistency here. What's going on, Corwin? Whoa. Forgot about these little trims, which I feel like are going to be a nightmare to deal with. I'm going to read through this and try to make sense of it, because there's a lot going on in this one. So we have set this up. We have our fire pit. We have the control thing, which is a little lever right there. We've got our 3 ritual stones, which you can see one of them. This zoomed in right here. I've just got them represented with puzzle stones, puzzle tokens, whatever. Special rules. Adversaries that begin the play must be first in contact with the objective tokens until at least one model is in contact with each. Remaining are placed adjacent to each treasure token until at least one model is in contact with each. So this is going to suck. That means that every single one of these people are going to start on the board, other than, I think, the boss, which in our case is the Dragonborn. Let's pull this guy over. So a model in contact with the control pedestal, which is this guy, may activate it as a special action. When the pedestal is activated, the fiery pit opens and it closes immediately after the activating model's action is complete. If a player-controlled model even partially overlaps the fire pit when any elite or master adversary activates, which is most everybody, check the distance between the control pedestal and then activate it. If with its 2 actions the adversary could reach the pedestal and activate it, it will do that instead of a normal response. So basically, I just need to not ever stand on that, and that shouldn't be an issue. I don't know why I would ever do that, since I know that that is a thing that could negatively affect me, but we'll see. Cruel Chieftain, Master Adversary, who gains a green, a yellow, and a red dice to all skill tests. These bonus dice can be removed, as described under the ritual stone rules below. If the Cruel Chieftain is defeated by a melee attack, the model that inflicted the final wound immediately draws a Master Treasure. So I guess he also just spawns on the table, which is going to be rough, because he's going to be a super buffed up Dragonborn. I was wondering if it said anything in here about like the specifics of how he spawns, but it looks like he does not. He's just on the table from the get-go, I guess. So special action, we can open the pit, and if anybody's in base contact with it or over it, essentially, they'll just be killed. The ritual stones, I can deduct a health point when I'm in contact with the little puzzle tokens, and that'll reduce the buff dice from the Dragonborn in this case. And it looks like I'm going to need 10 to 14 victory points. 3 victory points for Cruel Chieftain death. 1 victory point for each. Oh, this is going to be rough, actually. So you only get 1 victory point per kill. And almost the entire adventurer force is made up of elite mobs, so this might be really, really bad and short-lived, but we'll see. I'll just roll the Cruel Chieftain without activating any ritual stones. That might be able to happen, because the Dragonborn's only got a yellow dice. But I kind of don't want to do that, just because it takes away part of what we have to do. All the treasure tokens, I don't see that happening. And killing the Cruel Chieftain with the fire pit, I don't know if I see that happening either. So I'm not really going to try to do any of those, to be honest, because they all sound not great. So, all right. So I guess let's, well, before we get more into it, bring you over here and show you what we're working with. So I've got Galmar Stonefist. I'm playing the Stormcloaks. So we've got Galmar as one of our guys. We've got Rayloff. You can't play Stormcloaks without Rayloff. And then I've got a Shield Breaker. So we've got Two-hander, range, sword and shield. You can kite the models onto the fire pit. Yeah, true. Yeah, I hadn't looked at the adventurer adversary cards, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to play this as like, you know, an adventurer hideout, and we're going in to like fight them or something. And then when I started pulling the cards out, I said, oh boy, this is going to suck in this small of a space. Which, speaking of, let's pull this up over here. So we've got Dragonborn as our master guy. We've got Janessa. We've got Mercurio. We've got Dirkethis, Lydia, and the Breton Ranger. This might be pretty miserable and short-lived, but who knows? So let's spawn some guys. Get off this chair. So I've already got them on our app, which is glorious. So good. I guess technically the objectives. Does the pedestal count as an objective? It just says that all adversaries must begin and play in contact with objective tokens. So, all right, let's start with the puzzle tokens. If you could take out the bigger threats, it gets much easier as they don't respawn. Yeah, true. Oh, the elites don't respawn either? I thought the elites came back in, but the masters didn't. Or do neither of them respawn? I know that the master has to take like the endurance test, I guess. But I thought the elites went back into the pool. It would make sense if they didn't, given that they're like named characters typically, but I don't know, actually. Okay, we'll start with this here. Dirkethis. We'll go to the other side. Oh, Dragonborn spawning as close as they could. Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, I have a feeling that that's not going to be an issue, considering I've got one master, 4 elites, and one minion. But we'll see. Especially considering the Dragonborn, the deadliest person that could have spawned in this scenario, is as close as he could have been. We'll go to the back. Puzzle token, Lydia. And I'm going to count the lever because I think it makes sense to do so. Breton Ranger. And Dunmer Mercenary. This treasure. And just to try to make my life slightly easier, we're going here for Mercurio. So, that is everybody that can be on the table, other than me, which, oh boy. Now I feel the need to, yeah. Oh God, that'd be, all right, we don't need to talk about that, because that would be my luck. I don't know where to go at this point. Do I just go for the Dragonborn straight on? Because if I can get rid of them, I might have a chance before I start getting ganged up on by everybody. And I'm going to have them go first, just in the off chance that they activate first, because it'd be good to not get a free reaction off of them. Because I think with the size, they're going to have... what? We're going to go with 4 activations, because if it's 5, I definitely am not going to have a chance, and I think my point total was like 170 something, so. I kind of feel like we just go for them right off rip. So we're going to put Rayloff. I'm going to zoom out for just a second. so y'all can see exactly along this edge where I'm putting these guys. I'm going to put Rayloff here to hopefully go for a shot immediately. We'll put the other two guys kind of here. And hopefully, because I'm not going to be able to get into melee with that guy regardless. So we'll see. Also, I didn't really touch on it. I've got the officer armor on both Rayloff and Galmar, and then I've got a steel greatsword on Galmar and a hunting bow on Rayloff. So, and I'm gonna have them go first because I don't want to go first. Dirk Theris, who is over here, and he's got a move response, cautious, melee, ranged. His primary attack is melee, really. It is. Okay, well, interesting. But he's cautious. So I think we're gonna scooch him over here, and then he's gonna hide. So that didn't help me at all, actually, unfortunately. But that's okay. So short range for me is 10. That kind of sucks. I was hoping I could maybe... Well, you know what? I'm going to do this anyways. I'm going to hide and then shoot. Just so I get... Because he's Path of Shadow, so it's going to give me a red dice instead. So even though I'm doing a long range shot, it's going to be green, yellow, red. And I'm going to spend a stamina for a precise shot here. And we are looking for a 4 or less. That is a 6. So we are all good there. 3 damage. Anything for helmet? Piercing 1. Okay, well. Dragonborn has 1 yellow for armor. But he does have a pierce threshold of 1. So I think regardless, he's going to get that 1 save. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The pierce threshold of the parentheses, is that a minimum? So like in this case, I have pierce 1. He only has 1 save. So I don't think anything would happen. Or is it like a cumulative? So if I had pierce 2, it would cancel 1 pierce. And then the second pierce would pierce that. Or is it a minimum? You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. So I think in this case, he's going to save 1 and take 2, which I think gets out any of my wound dice. Which these were just some cheap like D12s that I bought for Shatterpoint, actually. He's going to take 2 wounds. Okay, so, and then I gotta take a sneak test, see if I keep that hidden token. I'm looking for a 4 or less. We are good, so we are still hidden, so that's useful. I might be able to sneak up on him in the next go around. Activate. Lydia wants to defend, so we'll just bring her up into the mix and block. Here's his total, and you subtract that from the roll defense pips before canceling. So if you roll 2 pierce, roll 2 pierce 1, and the opponent rolls 2 block, and then the remaining armor applies versus your 2 damage. So it's like a can't. I'm sorry if I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. So the parentheses is a subtractor from my pierce total. So if I had pierce 2, it would just make it pierce 1 essentially. Is that what I'm getting from that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, strong armor. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. We're all on the same page. Cool. That's what I assumed. I didn't think it would be like a minimum. So in that scenario where they rolled 1 save and they had a strong armor of 1, if I had Pierce 2, it would just eat the first Pierce, and then I could still get rid of that save, I guess. That makes sense to me, more than it being like a bare minimum thing. It's back to me, though. Which, I don't like how far away this is now, so we're just going to zoom in slightly. Okay, cool. Thank you. This is not great. Because now I've got 2 melee people, and I can't get into melee with anybody. I'm going to take... Yeah, I can't... I can't do anything here that's going to benefit me in any way. Because I kind of want to take... You know what? We're just going to have to send our little guy here. We're going to sprint. Or not sprint. We're going to move 6. And block. And hopefully he could handle this Argonian fella. Similarly written, but totally different thing called super armor. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think Wasteland Warfare might be the next adventure, just because getting back into this has been so good. Okay, so I moved him blocked with our shield fella, and we're going to activate another guy, Janessa. Janessa is here. Move aggressive melee. So nearest best chance. So I think she would go straight. Or would she go around? I think she'd go straight. Does she have a ranged attack? No, she does not. Oh, she's got dual wield though, doesn't she? I was like, why does it list 2 melee attacks? So I guess her first attack is double yellow and her follow-up attack is green yellow. Yeah, I was talking about that actually at the beginning of the stream. Is part of why I think I've been hesitant, is because it is more complicated than this, and this has already got a lot going on. But all right, so I think she's aggressive. She has Path of Shadow. I think we're going to move 6 and hide, which seems like a bad idea for me. And she is aggressive, but she is also Path of Shadow. So I'm thinking moving and hiding. And then maybe she can get a sneak attack, which I would assume she still gets, like, I guess she'd get a red bonus dice from that. Just like the archers for a sneak attack, which sounds terrible because she's Path of Shadow. Well, this still doesn't help me with my current Dragonborn problem, unfortunately. So, do have a 2-hander. I think we're gonna... I don't want to trigger this dude, so I'm gonna not go super far, but I'm gonna move up and block. That's all my people, and they've got 1 more. Activate. Oh, the Dragonborn. Yeah, incredible. So good. Defend. Perform the attack response, targeting the closest model to the special target determined by the target priority list above. Nearest master from the same faction. Okay, well, that would be me. So he's definitely going to come in and go, oh, this is going to suck. So I don't even think he's going to have to sprint. Nope. Feel like we're about to witness a murder, so just come in real close so it can be seen in all of its glory. This is probably not going to be good for me. Okay. Is this Dragonborn actually dual wielding too? You can see this. That right there. It's 2 one-handers, and then his skill is only a one-hander. So is this Dragonborn dual wielding? Which means he's gonna attack me twice. Okay. Is that just for melee, or should I have done that for Rayloff too? Because I thought you, for what I read through when I was trying this the first time, was rolling the sneak test afterwards to see if you remained hidden. Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, they're gonna get a bunch of extra dice because of the whole ritual stone. So I have an extra green, yellow, and red, I guess, to both of these tests. To all skill tests. Yeah. Melee, yeah, okay. Within 6 inches. Got it. So the first attack is going to be green double yellow, which means that with the buffs from the stones, it's going to be 3 yellows, a red, and 2 greens. Looking for a 5 or less. Well, nailed that, and that is a lot. And helmet is piercing 2. Okay, this is going to be a 5-second game. This is going to suck. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess, so with a 2-handed block, I roll a strength test to see if I successfully block, and then I get, what, like a yellow dice, I would assume? Or do I just get the yellow dice in general for having the token? A model may perform a block action. Okay. Model without a shield equipped, which has a block token, does not add yellow to its armor rating. However, the model with this item equipped may discard the block token whenever it's attacked in melee. Take a 2-handed skill test. Unsuccessful, add the thing. So it's basically the same, but I have to try to, yeah. Okay, so I'm looking for a 5. We're good. So that'll give me an extra yellow. So there's, my armor rating is red. So let's just do this just so I remember. They've got 6 damage. I'm going to have a red and a yellow. Nothing for helmet. And it's piercing 2. So I'm still taking 5, which means that I'm dead. Right? Yeah, his special ability is not going to do me any good. He does have Relentless. Does that do me any good? Sounds like offensive. Yeah. Yeah. But technically, because that was just the first sword attack, would it just bypass the second one-handed attack, or would I do the second one-handed attack to see if it overkills me and just bypasses the endurance test altogether? Or does it just skip that because I'm technically dead already and I just take the endurance test? This sucks. Ugh. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna skip the second attack because there's no way he doesn't overkill me enough to not ignore that. Yeah. So let's just see. Not to mention, I've never succeeded in an endurance test, so it'll be a learning moment. 5 or less. Okay. So he's not dead. So now he's what? Incapacitated? And then what? So he goes from incapacitated. Is that like a per round basis? I don't like these symbols, so we're just going to use this one. Ooh, actually, no, I'm going to use this one. Yeah, we're going to use these 2 symbols. So he's we'll use this one. He's a little woozy. He's under the weather. Can aid him to bring him back to staggered, or however it works. Yeah, I don't actually know. I've read it like 2 or 3 times, and it doesn't ever stick because I always fail the endurance test, and I don't ever have to do it. So let's just see. Okay, give me a million pages to check. Models that are incapacitated may only recover. They cannot replenish reserves. They pick the right token. Look at that. They do not count towards the party total number of models for the purposes of passing. Okay, so a model with a staggered, shaken, or incapacitated token may still activate. So I guess it goes from incapacitated to staggered to shaken. Or maybe shaken and staggered are one and the same, but apply under different circumstances. That would make more sense if it's incapacitated and then staggered. Yeah, this is also, I haven't done my revised rulebook yet because I work for the state. I only get paid once a month, and it's been a month. And to be fair, reading through the rulebook, there's not a ton of huge changes, so I'm still just using the original rulebook. Granted, the new rulebook, I think, looked nicer. The layout and the pictures and stuff. So, I guess on my next activation, I can recover. And I guess that would put me to staggered. I guess. Or if I aid myself. With someone else. So, I'm just there for now, I guess. So there is hope, I guess. Okay. Oh, I never pulled a quest card. Granted, I don't think I need anything else to worry about. Each time you control or resolve an objective, take a wisdom attribute test. Okay, we can work with that because we haven't done anything to do with that yet. Oh, yeah. Well, their way of explaining some of the rules is a little wacky, to be fair. And I'm going to be going first. Now, I think what makes the most sense here for me yeah. It also says that incapacitated models may only recover. Well, actually, with that wording, does that mean I can't do anything else? Or once I recover, I am then staggered? and then I just have one more action as normal. That's how I'm going to play it, because we're in the shit already and it's been 5 minutes. And to be fair, this portion is not super clear. So, it just says models that are incapacitated may only recover. They cannot replenish reserves or perform actions, and they don't count toward blah, blah, blah. So I guess after I recover, I'm normal, but probably staggered. So I can't boost anything. That's what I'm going with, because it might be the only way this match goes on for any amount of time. So I think with that in mind, because I'm going to have to go first. Also, how much health do I have when I come back? Do I have 5, or do I have like half rounding down, or? Because it doesn't say that either. In this section, anyways. 1 HP? Oh, well. Okay. All right. We'll put that on 4. So I guess we're gonna have to go with Galmar and spend the first action to recover, which is gonna make me staggered, which means I cannot boost anything. But, oh, and event cards before we do that. Choose a point in the gaming area within 6 inches of one of your models and spawn from that point instead of the table edge. Jeez. Good lord, dude. I can't get anything, apparently. 6 inches of one of the models. I guess we'll put them down here in this. We'll put them right here. 6 inches from this guy. Got it. Okay, well, I think it's also going to spawn one guy. Spawn. Just kidding. Nobody's available to spawn because they're all on the field. Those a-holes. Okay, back to Galmar. I do have a health potion. I might as well take that and see where it gets me. 1 health point. Not the greatest thing in the world, but whatever. Let's check his keywords real quick, because I think with a two-hander I will get an extra green. Now I could boost to gain a red, but I can't do that because I'm staggered, and this model adds green to melee attacks with two-handed weapons when spinning a ready token. All right, guess I'll just go do something to myself. When performing a melee attack with a two-handed weapon, this model restores 1 stamina for every 3 points of damage inflicted. Okay, none of that helps me at all in this scenario. Unfortunate. Okay, so I can't boost or do anything, but I do have a green-red, which sucks because I could have a double red here, but oh well. I'm looking for a 5 or less. Perfect case here is I crit and get a potion bottle to get some health back, but hey. Green, red, looking for 5 or less. Okay. 1 whole damage and piercing 1. Piercing 1 negates my 1 pierce. So they save that 1 damage. That is incredibly unfortunate, but it is what it is. Their turn. Let's get my little round counting dice. There's a round limit, or a round whatever, of 8. We are on round 2. Mercurio the Mage wants to deal with the objective. So he is going to walk across here and hide. I don't really know which of these camera angles is better, all things considered. It's not a whole lot of like tall line of sight blocking stuff going on, so if you just want to look at something different for the sake of it, yell at me. Otherwise, it'll probably just stay on this one, just because most of the stuff's kind of happening down here. It's my turn. Just kidding, it's not my turn, because this guy would react, which I completely didn't think about, which means I'm probably dead because I didn't kill him. I kind of wish I had not done that. I forgot about reactions. That's unfortunate for me. He would have done that before this guy went. So he's probably about to smite me off the freaking earth, to be fair. Green, double yellow. Hopefully he critically fails. Yeah, it does. But there were a lot of times I was having, like, tall buildings and stuff, and you can't see what's going on one half of the other field. So I liked having... Basically, I've got a camera from each opposite corner at this point. Yeah, it is. Honestly, I probably should have just redone that, because it did not give me much of a fighting chance, let's be fair. We're looking for 5 or less. That is definitely a 5 or less. Nothing on Oblivion. 3 damage. We can live through this. We can maybe... well, I've got just a red. There is a chance I could live through this. That is not going to do it. No, that is going to do it. Because I'm going to take 1. So... that'll just get rid of the 1 HP I got back from the potion bottle. Yeah, also with these cameras, it has been really nice being able to zoom. The cameras are weird quality-wise. I don't think they're true 1080, to be fair, because they get really weird, but the autofocus on me specifically gets all out of whack. I think these cameras look good on the table, but it's 4 of the exact same camera, so I don't know why they get weird. But being able to punch in and zoom in on stuff as, you know, battles, because I could set up a wide shot like this, but if everything clusters over here behind something, you can't really even see it. So they're not trying to track necessarily. It's just a weirdly sensitive autofocus, it seems. But even trying to manually focus it, they still seem weird. I can actually show you. Oh, wrong way. That's one of them right there. So there's 4 of these guys. That one is typically not used because it's like my counter cam that you're looking at currently. But so typically when I'm doing solo stuff, I'm just using 3 of them. So I've got 2 on the table and then 1 for each person. And then ironically, since I did this, every time that Justin has come over to play, we've been on the same side doing this cooperatively. So I don't know. I've taken 1 damage from the Dragonborn, so that was not the end of the world. But now it's back to me. So I went, Dragonborn would have reacted, then Mercurio went, so now it's back to me. I think we're gonna try to see Dirk Theorus over here, which if I'm not mistaken, checking to see if I could see him is an intelligence check, not a wisdom check. And if that's the case, I need a 2 or less. So my dumbass probably ain't gonna see him. And it's not great. That is definitely not a 2, so I will not be attacking Dirk Theorus. Okay, well, that puts me at a 2 then, because I had a 4. Saved my attack attempt, so that's good. So now we can scooch in and swing at this lizard. We're gonna go double yellow. He's looking for a 4. I kind of want to go big power attack. Because if I get a helmet, I also get a green dice. So I think I'm going to go for a power attack on this fella. So we got 3 yellows. I'm looking for a 4 or less or a helmet. Okay, well, at least I hit him, but I mean, I might as well have hit him with a pool noodle. And it's definitely my block token. Calm down. Dirk Theris has an armor of yellow. Okay, well, salt in the wounds, dude. Salt in the wounds. Nothing happens. Tragic. Okay, and now he's gonna react. Son of a... God, I always forget about it. Dirk Theris, his preferred attack is melee, so he's just gonna swing at me, and he's cautious, so we're going green. Double yellow. Okay, if this asshole rolls better than my 3 yellows, I'm gonna be triggered. He's looking for a 4 or less. Okay. Are you kidding me? So now he's got piercing 2. He's got a critical potion reserve. And 4, that is terrible. Oh my god. Okay. So do I take the passive yellow for my shield token, or do I go for the block? 4 damage. I kind of need the block token. So here's a question. If I go for the shield token and I roll the block test and I fail it, do I just get the passive yellow instead of the shield, you know, the shield bonus? So instead of getting the red for my shield, would I just get the passive yellow if I failed the test still? Or if I fail the test, does it negate my ability to get the passive yellow? That makes sense? Or I keep the shield token until I successfully... Okay, well, here we go. 4 or less. That is a fucking 8. Oh, no. All right, well, my armor value is... I need a double save on this or I'm dead. That is not... No, it wouldn't have mattered because he had piercing 2. So, yeah, this dude's dead. Because I've only got 3 health. He's dead. Okay. This is not going well. I don't know if it's just the general layout or what. These damn community scenarios kick my ass like nobody's business. Every one of these that I have done, even the one that I gave a rematch, which went a little bit better, but that was also, to be fair, because I was a little prepared. A dragon break? I don't know what the hell a dragon break is. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking because it's like a 2 foot space that like I would play with a closer to like a 2 foot amount of people. But that doesn't exactly seem to favor the player in any way. Because you're just always in reaction ring. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, unfortunately, we're just going to play it as it is, and if I get slaughtered, then so be it. Wouldn't be the first time, I guess. Okay, so now it's their actual turn. Which at this rate, everybody's going to go, because they've only had 1 actual activation. Breton Ranger by the switch, and they want to attack, but I don't think they're going to get to. Even if they sprint... No, but we will just sprint up to this doorway. Right there. And that'll be where they'll hang out. They are what? Shadow. So they'll hide as well. Adversaries kind of at a given amount of danger per model. So. Okay. Yeah, true. Which that's a question. The amulets and stuff, they take an armor slot, but technically you only have one like armor slot on the cards. Can you wear like armor and an amulet, or is it one or the other? I've always just assumed it was one or the other, but that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Wait, so you can equip like armor and an amulet? Because I think there's an amulet or a ring or something that makes you regen extra Thum or something. I don't know. I'm in denial. So it's my turn. We could go for a sneak shot on Dirk Theris. Attachments stacked with items, enchantments, and accessories. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like something I've read on one of these sets of cards, to be fair. Okay. Do I go? I still need 3 damage on the Dragonborn, and they're going to have 2 yellows, a red, and a green for their armor. And Rayloff doesn't have a melee weapon anyways. So it's irrelevant. We could go for a big shot on Dirk Theris, but I'm not going to be in short enough range. But I think I could see him, kind of. Well, we'll do this. We're going to move up over here. We'll take a test to see if we can see this chick here within 6. So we're looking for a 3 or less. That is certainly not a 3 or less, not even close. So we're going to shoot at our lizard friend, which is going to be a long shot, I think. Nope, he's right outside 9, so it'll be a short range shot. So we got green, red, sneak attack for red. And I'm not going to be able to try to hide again because I'm too close now. And I'm going to go another green. No, I'm not going to go another green because, you know what, we are going to go double green. And I'm just going to have to track my stamina real quick because I typically don't like spending 2 stamina on a thing because it makes it harder to keep track of, but here we are. And I didn't need it. So 3, and helmet gives us piercing 1. Dirk Theris has 1 yellow. Also has his skin. Oh, interesting. They just heal themselves. Cool. Okay. So, nothing that matters. So, 1 yellow. I've also got piercing 1 from that helmet. So, nothing for you. That's 3 damage. Lizard goes down. Yeah, true. And they're like that. I didn't want to risk not hitting him, so I just figured go ahead and do it. All right, our first victory point. Literally getting murdered out of spawn. And maybe if I were to do this again, I would flip this and close off these rooms so that they have to like come out and they're not just coming straight into the player. Maybe that would have made more sense, but what can you do? Hindsight and all. So we moved and shot. We can't sneak test to make sure we keep it, so it's going to be their turn. Lydia. Okay. And they want to attack. Aggressive, melee. I think we sprint here into this doorway. That seems good to me. I don't have anybody else that can go. So, Janessa, objective. I'm not really near any objectives. So does that mean that Janessa would go this way? Kind of feel like it does. Near special objective. Well, I'm not within 3 inches of that. So, you know what? In the pursuit of not dying today, we're just going to move her toward this one, and she can stay hidden. Sounds like a plan to me. Dirk Theris is dead. Okay. We have survived to round 3. They will be going first. Okay, this is good. Blessing of Talos for the event. So, nope, just kidding. Unfortunate, considering. I was hoping this was the other blessing. But no health for me. Distribute that many Thum points amongst your models. So that does nothing for me. Could have saved us. But we get nothing. Okay. This is going to go to here. Okay. There's no way I'm winning this. Not actually. No, there's hell no. There's no way. Everybody here takes too long to kill. I didn't really think this through. Okay, fine. Fair. Although it could fuck me. But I'll do it anyways. At least 3 treasure and master chest tokens in play when the card is drawn. Nope. Oh, it says and or. Just kidding. And or. That's a weird segue. It was good though. Draw a trap card, but do not gain a treasure. Instead, you find the bent and rusted sword you seek. Be the first to find a sword and complete the quest. Okay. I don't see me searching anything at this rate, but who knows. And there's nobody to spawn. So. And they're going first. Activate. Lydia. Objective. Well, you know, we're aggressive. Objective. I don't know. We're just gonna round this corner, I guess, just because we can get in range. Oh. Yeah. It's fine. It's definitely not in our best interest, but get rid of that. Lydia's coming in. Actually, this is thematically very accurate. And in one aspect, that's nice. And in the other aspect, I hate that. Also messed up my music. Hold on. Goodness. True. Okay, Lydia. What do you got? Green, double yellow, aggressive. So we got 3 yellows and a green. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. And God, she's got a red and a yellow for armor. I hate that. We're looking for a 4 or less. Okay. Okay. Anything for those helmets? No, thank God. Okay. It can. I'm dead though, I think. Yeah, because I can only take 1 more unless I get a Oblivion symbol on this dice. The one time I needed not that. Because that'll save 3 and leave 1. And that puts me back to 5. Do I take another endurance test? Or can I only do that once? How many times can I endure? Trials continue. Okay, well that was exactly just enough. I'm looking for a 5 or less. That is 5. So now we're right back to being incapacitated. And see now, you know what? At this point, we just gotta go for it. We're gonna have to just go with him now and recover again to my 1 HP and see if we can't kill the Dragonborn. Because if we don't, and he's gonna react, and there's a good chance I'm dead. So, Galmar still can't boost anything. We're just gonna have a green-red. And 5 or less. That is certainly not 5. Well, this is probably all she wrote for me. So he's got Dragonborn reacting. Double yellow, green, and then 1 of each for the ritual stones. And 5 or less. Okay, 3, 4, that's 6. No dice for you, mister. That's what we like to see. All right, we live to fight another day. So now it's their turn. Mercurio, objective. I'm just going to leave him there because he's guarding that objective just fine, and I don't want to bug him at all. So, Mercurio, he could stay there. That's fine with me. Back to me. Rayloff. Rayloff. I mean, we have to shoot this bitch in the face, I think. That's just all we got. If we could see her. Let's see if we see her. Looking for a 3 or less. Yay! I don't know what a critical success does in that scenario, but whatever. You ain't hiding this day. That's a green, a red, and we might as well precise shot just to be safe. You know what? We're not going to precise shot just to be safe because oh, that's a good point, actually. Because I did that weird shit with my stamina, So we will do that, and we'll just spend the 1 free that we just got back from the potion bottle. Forgot about that. I didn't think about the fact that I'd used stamina. So, hey. We're looking for 4 or less. We got green and red. And then 1 green for the precise shot. Piercing 1 for helmet. And 2 damage. Breton Rangers got a yellow. Whole bunch of nothing. Dead Breton Ranger. Hell yeah. We got 2 victory points. We're moving up in the world. Their turn, Janessa. And she wants to move. Okay. We got what? 9. 14. I think it's shorter actually for her to go back through here. So she'll just move. Yeah. I also play with this tray. If it is not in the tray, it does not count. And that has fucked me more than once, but I at least keep it consistent. That's everybody that can go for them, actually. So that's going to be the end of this round. So round 4. Choose one of your models. That model may reroll any number of its skill tests. Okay. Well, we'll just give it to Gal. Oh. We'll give it to Galmar, whatever. And that's going to spawn 2, which there's only 1 that can spawn, and that's going to be... Oh, shit. The only one that can come back is a ranged person. She's going to be right next to me. I'm making all the worst choices, I'm learning. Okay. Whatever. I think they are going first. Round 1, they went first. Round 2, I went first. Round 3, they went first. Round 4, I go first. Right. No. They went, I went, they went, I went. Okay, yeah, I'm going first. That makes sense. We're good. Can I recover again, actually? Actually, I might have put this on my reference sheet. It's not actually on here. Maybe not. Gonna say, can I? Does that mean that my staggered would go away on my guy here? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask. We're doing it anyways because at this point I need everything I can get. So he lived through the round. He is staggered, but no more staggered. So that's what we're going with. Because I want to smite somebody before he dies. Yeah, we're just going to go with him first. It's definitely going to have Lydia react. And actually, I guess they're both going to react and beat my ass. So let's hope I can kill at least one of them. I guess. Because I don't really have any other hope. So we got green, red, but we can boost a power attack with War Master. Still only costs 1, but we get a red. So we're going to have double red, green. We're looking for 5 or less. Okay, cool. Dragonborn. Big fat fail, 4 dice. They are dead by 1 extra damage. So is it over damage? Over damage, is it 1 per stage? So if they succeed, well, actually, if I did 1 extra, do they even take the endurance test? if the amount of damage inflicted by an attack is equal to or more than double the target's remaining health. Target must modify its... Okay. So I think I modify their... Okay, gotcha. So I don't change anything. All right. So they need a 4 or less to live. That is a 6, so they are dead. Huzzah, we have done it. Don't even need your damn ritual stones. That's 3. Okay, if I could live through this, I have enough points now I can level up this guy, and we might be able to turn some tides here. He just has to live through Lydia's counterattack, which is going to be triple yellow green because she's aggressive. Or do you boost on reactions? I don't know why they wouldn't. But there's something that you don't boost on. Maybe it is reactions. I swear there's something that they don't boost any attacks on. Oh, it's withdrawal attacks. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. They don't boost anything on a withdrawal. Okay, so triple yellow because they're aggressive. So power attack. And 3 or less. No. Yeah, I had that right. 4 or less. Son of a bitch. Yeah, withdraw. Okay. This is still possible. I just need a triple save. Come on, if I've ever rolled a triple save, now's the time. Ah, yes. We're doing it. We're doing it. We are still alive. Now, as long as he can live to the end of the round, we can level him up, and there's still a chance. So Lydia is gone. Now it's their actual turn. Just kidding. Dragonborn is dead. Put him back over there. Mercurio the Mage. He had a fallback response. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave him there again because he's kind of already like way over there. I'm not going to move him. He's just going to stay there. Okay. Rayloff, I think. Ooh. I could hide and shoot. Or... Oh, and he would be back to full stamina. So I could hide and shoot and maybe guarantee a kill on the Breton Ranger, because I do need... Oh, well, no, she only has the 1 health. So I just want to be... Oh, great. There's no way to be outside 6 inches. Son of a... Why? I don't want to be reacted on. Okay, we're just going to take a regular shot because it's still in short range. So that's not too big of a deal. So short range is green-red. And then we'll pop another green in there for our one boost. And maybe if we kill her, we'll sprint. We'll see. We're looking for 4 less. That is a big fat critical failure. Definitely not what we needed. Big sad. Okay, their turn. Although I did only do 1 action. Do I want to move? I'm going to hide for my second action. Yeah. So he's going to shoot and then hide. Because I don't need none of that. And now Janessa is going to go. She's going to play the objective, which... Again, objective, aggressive, enemy within 3 inches. No. Move or sprint toward objective. Okay, we're going to take ourselves right back toward this objective. And the last person for them to go is the Breton Ranger. And she wants to play for the objective cautiously. I'm not within 3 inches. So we are just going to go to 9 and hide. Okay. That is everybody. So we are going to level Galmar. Oh, that's right. He has persevered like nobody's business. Now he's got great critical charge, which I think gives like a red dice or something on moving into an enemy, something like that. Yep, move, and then it gets a red. Okay. He has 6 health now. He's actually got a really good level up. His main stat goes up. His health goes up. He gets a new keyword. Seems like a lot of people, it's like you get kind of like one or the other. Event card. Okay. The disease effect. I'm going to put it on Rayloff because nothing that the disease effect does actually affects him at all. So 4 or less for disease on Rayloff. Critical success doesn't even matter. But it does spawn 2 people. There's nobody to spawn, so we're still good. Okay. They're going to go first. Lydia, how incredibly annoying for me. Perform the attack response targeting the closest model of the special objective. Okay, well, she's just going to beat my ass then. Okay. Green, triple yellow. And 4 or less. That's 5. Suck it, Lydia. No soup for you. And technically that was still an attack, so I think it would make sense if she blocked. As miserable of a choice as that is for me, I will do it anyways. Okay. I think... How many victory points do I get for the stones? 1. This isn't gonna... I literally don't think I have enough people to win under these circumstances shown unless I killed everybody with a fire pit. Because I only get 1 point for killing people. And 3 points for killing the big guy. So, right now, I've got 5. I need 10 minimum, which means I need to kill... There's only 4 points left on the board, plus the recurring one of the Ranger. I might be able to get to a narrow victory, but we only have 3 rounds left. There's no way I'm going to be able to kill everybody with them only being worth 1 victory point. So... This is probably a loss, but we'll see where it goes. Do I want to go with Rayloff? Everybody's hidden other than Lydia. And Rayloff's kind of an idiot. But... Okay, we're chasing her down. Well, when I was looking through their cards, I didn't see a single minion adventurer card that I had. They were in a different spot. So I ended up with just a bunch of buff fellas, and I added the Breton Ranger in last minute. So technically, they've got 20-something more points than they relatively should. So I've kind of literally stacked the deck against myself in this one, but hey, whatever. It's still interesting, I guess. All right, let's see if I see her. I'm looking for 3 or less. That is definitely not a 3. Now I have to rethink my whole life. Because I already moved. So I guess I will just stay hidden and do nothing else. Their turn. Mercurio, attack. Yeah, about that, buddy. You've got a range of 12. It's actually a long range. So he's just gonna sprint. And he could just stay hidden because he can't reach anybody. Which means now I get to go with Galmar. Green, double red for the boost. And we're looking for 6 or less. Nothing on swords. Just kidding. We get a yellow on swords. Okay. Lydia. Let's see. She needs a 4 or less for the block. Of course she did. So that's going to give her... Jesus. Oh my good lord. Okay. So she's going to get red, yellow for her armor and green, red. Red, yellow, armor, green, red for shield. So that sucks. Yeah, unfortunately, I will say I kind of hate the way that they do the chapter like card pack release kind of idea. It's almost like it's released in a way like they do STLs, but until recently they didn't really do STLs. So I would almost prefer it just be like most games, like Legion or whatever, where if I buy like the, you know, adventure or like the Dragonborn Heroes, it just has the cards for that in the box so I could use them. I think the next thing that we're gonna order, because Justin actually enjoyed it a lot, I think we're probably gonna pick up the Chapter 4 card pack bundle that has the Dragonborn Heroes and someone else in it. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I see units like on sale or whatever. I'm like, oh, I would like to have that, but can't do anything with it. I mean, I bought this little guy because I caught him on sale, but I can't do anything with him because I think he's a Chapter 4 model, and I bought him like a long ass time ago. I feel like, but yeah, I can't do anything with him because I don't have the cards for him. And Lydia saves all 4. Absolutely terrible. So he's just gonna throw up a block, I guess. Or do we dare go for a withdrawal and move toward that objective? Yeah, fuck it. We need to get, although it's a special action, isn't it? Which means we couldn't do it this time anyways. Yeah. The bundle with, I think it comes with like some witches and one of these guys and maybe some saber tooths was the other one that we were looking at, because I was like, oh, well, I've already got one of these, so we have 2 of them, but I think we like the Dragonborn one a little bit better. Breton Ranger, move to target. I think she's just gonna shoot, to be fair. I don't think she really needs to go anywhere. But we are within 6. So because we're within 6, do I have to do a sneak test, I guess? Or to see if I get the sneak shot bonus? Or is that literally only melee? Because we're definitely in short range, which is going to be green-red. Boost. And we've got 3 or less. Yeah, okay. So let's see if she's going to get this then. 3 or less. Of course. So she's going to get 2 reds, 2 greens, looking for 3 or less. Jeez. Holy, why? And the swords add a yellow. Okay. All right. I mean, I literally, I cannot make this stuff up. I can't. Why? Why is it so bad? Although, to be fair, I might be able to save myself here because I forgot that I hid with Rayloff. Maybe she doesn't see him in the first place. So we might just be able to bypass all this. Needs a 3. Okay, critical failure. It's okay. We're safe. We're safe. It's fine. She can't see him. So none of it matters. She's an idiot. She's just gonna sneak up on him because she knows he's there. I'll take it. It's a bit of a retroactive fix, but I'll take it. Last person is Janessa, and objective. She's aggressive. I'm not within 3 though, so she's just gonna stay there. So round 6. Event. Darkness rules are not currently in effect. They take effect immediately at the start of the next event phase. I have not ever actually played with the darkness rules, so that'll be kind of interesting. I can actually put this on here. Okay, well, that's not very useful considering it doesn't tell me what it actually does. What's up, Annie? You're joining into an absolute shit show. Just so you know. Line of sight is limited to 12 inches. However, any model under the radius of a light source, such as a torch, blah, 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 can be seen. In addition, models with radius of light source can occur. Okay. So, basically, no shots over 12 inches. Got it. I mean, I am technically near braziers, which I guess would have a light source, but we don't need to talk about it. And I think I'm going first. So I'm going, it seems, first on the even numbers. So, it's also going to spawn 1, but there's nobody to spawn still. So, Galmar, we're going for it. Green, red, boost to red. 6 or less. Now we're talking. Piercing 1 from the helmet. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. We're cooking with fire. We're cooking with swords. I don't know. We're doing something. She doesn't have a block token because she sucks. So she got an armor rating of red, yellow. Okay. So pierce 1. She's going to save 2, take 5. She's extra dead. This is what we're looking for. Extra dead. And now we can move. I think we'll lose that block token. I'm going to move to maybe do that. Now I think I need a special action to do something with that as an action. Yeah, okay. So maybe in the next round. All right. My no reactions. This is good. Activate. Lydia, just kidding. You're dead. Enjoy death. Janessa. Attack. Two. She can't she can't quite get into melee, but she's pretty sure that someone's there. She doesn't know, but she's pretty sure that there's somebody there. She doesn't have a ranged or anything, so that's all she wrote in that department. I think. I think we're just gonna sneak on by. Nobody needs to know. I don't think we're in any sort of thing. And we'll just sacrifice one of our health points to get rid of this objective, which will give us 1 victory point. And debuff that boss, which is completely irrelevant now, but you know. This has been a tough outing, but we've had some saves. Their turn. Mercurio, fall back. He's not doing well, no, he did move up, so. All right, he got a little bit of courage. He lost it immediately. He just, not for him. Breton Ranger, move. Okay. So let's scooch. And see if we can see who we're sniffing out over here. She needs a 3 or less. Critical success. I have been spotted. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the sneak attack, 3 or less. Succeeds on that front too. This might be a repeat of what we just avoided, which is unfortunate. She's got a green, red, and a red for sneak attack. Looking for a 3 or less, plus a green for precise shot. Oh no. This really is a repeat of what we just avoided. Almost exactly! Because the sword's at... Okay. How? I can't... Oh my god. Rayloff, no. He's so weak. Alright, so they got 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Again. And I've got a red dice. Save 2, take 4. That makes me dead. Let's see if I could be as durable. I've got an endurance of 4. That is a 9. We are dead. Damn. Got shot right in his ass, too. Just like that. We lost our Kurt Cobain on the field. Might as well have gotten Kurt Cobain, to be fair. Definitely what it looked like. And that's the only 3 people to go. So at this rate, I'm just going to say if I can kill all of them somehow before the game's over, then that seems like a win to me. Secret passage. Let me get my... we'll just use these little tokens. We are just going to use 2 objective tokens. Within 3 and then within 8. So we're just going to pop this guy here. And can I just put this in Mercurio's face and just jump through it and murder him? Within 3 inches of the target model, and then place another within 8 inches of the first one. Either token may be placed in contact with the model or another token for the rest of the game. Okay. So this has just got to be... We're doing it. So I don't actually even want that victory point, because at this point it's a game of survival. There's no way I could actually kill enough people here, so it's irrelevant, but we're going to play it out anyways, because I didn't actually start with enough stuff on the field to even potentially win this, because I built the adversary force without enough minions. So, unfortunate oversight by me. So, now I could have just accounted for that by making all of them worth 2 points instead of 1, but you know what? You live and you learn. And in this case, get fucked by dice. You know, it is what it is. Anyways, we are going to not go first. They're going to go first because it's just their turn. Breton Ranger wants to attack. That's unfortunate because... well, actually, we might be able to sprint. So we got to get within 12 because of the darkness rules. So that's actually a benefit for me. I think we might be able to actually get there. Let's just see. If we sprint... more or less to there. That is a smidge outside of 12. So she cannot see me because it is dark and she is not a Khajiit. So, benefits for me. Yay. I was lucky I got an event card and it got really dark in here all of a sudden. My turn. My one and only turn. We are going to move through the passage right into Mercurio's face. Surprise, bitch. Although he's hidden, how does that work with me moving into contact with him in melee? Like, do I still have to see if I could see him? I mean, I am there. How the hell does that work? Otherwise, I need a 3 or less. Okay, fine. 3 or less. I'm still coming to get you, bitch. We're doing this. Tried to hide all game. You didn't expect a damn dwarven mole machine to come out of nowhere and get me to you. Okay. And because of my critical rush, I'm going to get 3 reds and a green. So we're going to boost, which gives us a red with War Master. A critical charge gives us another red, and then the sword just is green red. So we're looking for a 6. That is a 2. That is not a whole lot of damage for 3 reds, to be fair. Nothing for the helmet. Piercing 1 actually for the helmet. And Mercurio has a armor of yellow. So he's gonna not save 1 because of piercing, actually. He's gonna take 4. That is double dead Mercurio. That man just got jump attacked. Sneak attacked. He got, I don't know. If that wasn't the most accurate representation of somebody in stealth deleting you in an MMO, I don't know what was. I literally just showed up and deleted him. He had no idea what happened. And that's good fun. Okay, activate. Mercurio, not today, buddy. And Janessa. So she's gonna move, but... let's see, 4... we might just have to do it to him. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, because at this point it's all I got going for me. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, we're going to modify this slightly because it could be the only way it's interesting. Is let's just say I engaged him I just placed my model slightly more to the left, so I was touching that pedestal. Because she's now standing on the pedestal. And I'll give myself my victory points for killing those fools. If the pedestal was a free action, which it isn't, I could drop Janessa and potentially kill the Breton Ranger. But technically the pedestal is a special action. So at this point, best case, I could just kill Janessa, and that would be the end of it. I could engage with the Breton Ranger, but, you know, I wouldn't be able to attack her without one more round. But there's an 8-round limit, of which we are going into round number 8. So the last event, puzzle objective, not going to bother, no one to spawn. So this is what it is. How do I do this? Activate as a special action. When the pedestal is activated, fire pit opens and closes immediately. Okay, so there's no skill check or anything. We're just going to open this because it's the last round. I'm going first. We're just going to open this and drop this sucker into the lava, and she's going to burn and die, and we're going to point and laugh. Then we could sprint. That's going to give us definitely have plenty of stamina, so we're just going to boost this again. Triple red, green. I still have my divine inspiration. We're looking for a 6. Oh, true, yeah. Which again, we're fudging the rules a little bit here at the end, but hey, this has been a game and a half if I had to say so. We're looking for 6 or less. We are all good there. She's dead, like absolutely dead. She's got 1 yellow. Saves 1, takes actually nothing because I have piercing. She takes 1 billion, so she would also die. Which gives us what? Ironically, yeah. Hey, it's a solo game. Who's going to argue with me? Them? They don't have a voice. And in doing that, actually, that gives me 5, 10, 11 victory points, which within the point category, I needed 10 minimum for a narrow victory. So 11 victory points puts me 10 or 11 victory points puts me 1 point over narrow victory by victory point standards. Doing it that way, which to be fair, I didn't plan on even hitting that threshold at all, but killing her with the pit, I forgot about the extra victory point. So all things considered, I think those are rules well fudged, you know? And in the end, we've got 1 survivor. A win's a win, even if it's maybe not super legitimate. We've got 1 winner, the sole survivor of Galmar. And true enough, we dropped somebody into the not even gonna try to take that out. We dropped somebody into the pit. Which, speaking of pit, the little fire, these little things, these are also battle systems terrain. I bought these separately on my own just because I wanted them a little while ago, and I thought they were fitting for this game mode. And they double as a well, hold on. They double as little sewer trails. So I wanted to pick these up for the dungeon things. I bought them on Amazon. I think it was like $20-something maybe. And you got some walls and stuff that go with their other dungeon core set thing. I don't have it. I do want it though, because it does look good. So for those of you who were curious. Most of the brown scatter terrain stuff was battle systems. Just not the walls and the board. So Well, man, actually, what a game. All things considered, the fact that Galmar lived after what he went through over here with the Dragonborn is beyond me. So, you know what? I'll take fudging the rules just a smidge. For that to be slightly more interesting, because, man, he went through hell to even make it into this room in the first place. He died. He should have died twice, and he persevered somehow. And the fact that he lived and got in there and dropped somebody into the fire pit is hilarious to me. So, you know what? All things considered, this was a big win. I mean, round 2, we were in the shit. And we somehow made it all 8 with him being the sole survivor and kind of winning, you know? It's a generous statement, but we did it. I'm very surprised, but I think that was actually a whole lot of fun. I think the plan is no, not this Saturday, but next Saturday is to do the next mission for the Stormcloak campaign. So I think I'm going to be doing all of this with Justin when he comes over. Theoretically, ironically, I opened right up to it. The next one that we're going to do is Battle for the Jagged Crown. I haven't done this with like a battle mode using adversaries, but that's literally all it says to do is just build a force using the adversary list, and it does give what to use. So that'll be the next thing up for Stormcloak Rebellion. I still need to get a little whiteboard to oh, thank you. What the hell is that? Is that a dancing pigeon? Chicken? What the hell is that thing? I still need to get a little whiteboard and probably put it up over here to keep track of our Stormcloak Rebellion score. We're playing the Stormcloaks because they were in the right. Chicken power. Either way. As far as next week goes, ironically, given what I was talking about at the start of this, I'm kind of running out of scenarios unless I pick up the Into the Dark PDF bundle, which I do want to get. I just haven't had the money to pick it up yet. And we can generate some procedural things. And that should give me plenty of variety. Or we could try some of the battle modes actually in the quest book. I don't know. We'll probably be doing this again next week, let's be honest. I'm still enjoying it a lot, and the way that these matches play out seems a whole lot more narratively like fun and engaging and interesting and stuff for you guys, so we'll probably just keep doing this. I am also probably going to put together a how to set up a delve video, because there was a lot of stuff that really kind of was hard to narrow down for whatever reason, and I'm more of a visual learner than a reading learner, so we might do that at some point. But if there's any other stuff that you guys want to see, feel free to let me know, and we can probably figure it out. But I think that's going to be it. Again, if you enjoyed this, if you don't mind liking, subscribing, sharing it, doing all that good shit, I would greatly appreciate it. I also just rebranded my original gaming channel, which I know we've done some gaming streams on here before. Algorithm doesn't like that kind of shit, so I'm just going to go back to doing that on my original gaming channel. It might actually be linked in the description of this. I don't remember if I added that or not, but it is connected to my channel, and it's in community posts and stuff. If you guys want to check that out and join us when we're playing like Marvel Rivals or whatever, we're gonna do some stuff. That's all I got. All right, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Corwin, I appreciate you helping me with all of the random bullshit along the way. Truly, really, I appreciate it. So that's going to do it for this one. I will see you guys on Wednesday for members, and next Thursday for some more of this stuff. All right. I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.
The power of the dark side.